Ever wondered why a boxing ring is square? Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of boxing to answer just that. Boxing, as a sport, has a rich tapestry of history that spans centuries. Its roots can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where it was more of a brutal survival game than a regulated sport. The term ring in boxing has an interesting origin story. Picture this: a crowd of spectators, their excitement palpable, forming a circle around the fighters, creating a natural arena. This human circle, or ring, was where the action unfolded. The fighters, with nothing but their fists and grit, engaged in a battle of strength and skill while the spectators watched, their cheers and jeers fueling the intensity of the fight. So, if a circle of spectators was the original ring, how did we end up with a square boxing ring? To understand why a boxing ring is square, we need to delve into the history of the sport. Boxing, as we know it today, has evolved significantly from its bare-knuckle fighting origins. These early bouts were often chaotic, with no defined fighting area, making them dangerous for both fighters and spectators. As the sport began to gain popularity and structure, the necessity for a designated fighting space became glaringly clear. We find the first reference to a square ring in London in the 1830s. The square shape, then known as the ring, provided a clear boundary for the fight, enhancing safety and order during matches. The ropes around the ring, initially used to keep spectators at bay, were later retained to prevent fighters from falling out. This marked the evolution from a chaotic free-for-all to a structured and strategic sport. So the square ring was introduced for practical and safety reasons, but why has it stuck around? The square shape of a boxing ring isn't just a historical artifact, it has practical benefits. You see, in boxing, visibility is key, not just for the spectators but also for the referees and judges. A square ring provides clear sight lines from all angles, ensuring that the officials can observe every punch and dodge, every bob and weave. Now imagine if the ring were round or oval. It would be quite challenging to maintain a consistent view of the fighters, wouldn't it? But that's not all. The corners of a square ring serve a very specific purpose. They provide a space for fighters to rest and regroup between rounds. They can sit, rehydrate, receive advice from their coach, and prepare for the next round. Without these corners, there would be nowhere for the fighters to take a breather. So the square ring isn't just a historical quirk, it's a practical solution. So, why is a boxing ring square? Let's quickly recap what we've learned so far. The term ring harks back to a time when spectators would form a circle around fighters, defining the fighting arena. However, the evolution of the sport in the 1830s introduced the square ring, a design that has stood the test of time. The switch to a square design was not only a practical decision, but also a strategic one. The four corners provide a clear separation of space for fighters, referees, and trainers. It also creates a safer environment by reducing the risk of fighters being pushed out into the crowd. The square design also allows better visibility for spectators and cameras, ensuring that every punch, dodge, and knockout can be seen from all angles. So there you have it. A boxing ring is square because it's practical, and it's a nod to the sport's rich history.